Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of Hero A Go-Go, campy comic books, crime fighters and culture of the swinging 60s. Now this is a book by Michael Eury and it's from Twomorrows Publishing, and they've got a brilliant website and you should be able to get the physical book still. Also, if they don't, you can always get the digital copy, because that's one great thing with Twomorrows, they always have the digital copy available as well. So in future, you can of course just download it, really useful. However, let's go to the book. Welcome to the camp age, and you can tell the sort of thing that's in it. We've got Harvey, Captain Nice, Lost in Space, Secret Squirrel. I loved all those ones. There's Jan and Dean meet Batman, got Scooter, and many, many others. This covers a vast amount of material. So this just goes through it, and here's it's probably best just to quickly show you the table of contents. So you've got Batman, you can see Batman, Superman, Black Hawk, The Shadow, Captain Marvel, Doc Savage, Jerry Lewis, and also vast numbers. You've got Archie's comics, you've got Harvey comics, many others, Dell, all of them. Just loads of that. Gold Key, of course, Marvel, and so on and so on. Starts with, of course, Jughead and Batman, and then into the rest of the thing. You've even got House of Secrets, which I must admit, never really thought of as the campy sort of title, but Calypso, etc. You've got Batman versus Eclipso. There, you've got obviously Superman bit turns up there as well. However, let's go into the actual, you've got the Flintstones, you can't beat the Flintstones as well. Flintstones at the New York's World Fair. So we've got House of Mystery, Dial H for, now they were quite weird, those ones. They were slightly oddball stories. Metamorpho, of course. I love Metamorpho. Brilliant, the showcase edition of Metamorpho, I regret getting rid of. Unfortunately, they've never brought out an omnibus edition of Metamorpho. I just don't understand why, because for me, that was a brilliant, brilliant series. Harvey's thrillers, and I love some of these ones. Comic book Jigsaw, you've got Jigsaw character, Unearthly there, Spectacular. Also Jack of Frost, you've got Spy-Man, Piranha, all great characters that probably most people have completely forgotten about. So this book is really good for reminding loads of obscure characters. Captain Action, there's actually a collection coming out fairly soon of Captain Action. I'm looking forward to that, so I can't wait for that one to come out. You've got Whammo Giant Comics. Never ever saw a copy of that. Toy Titan, Zoc. Obviously games that were superheroes. Of course, you've got Dell Comics there. The Mummy, Wolfman, Frankenstein, and so on and so on. And Dracula, very odd looking Dracula as well. We've got Dracula there. You've got Frankenstein. Doesn't look a bit like Frankenstein. The conventional Frankenstein anyway. Who knows what Frankenstein looked like? It's from the book, so you could make anything up, couldn't you? Could have a green head for all you know. Batman. And also you've got, of course, the Marvel comic novels. And everything's featured in this. I love these books. Got a few of those. Hulk, one there. Fantastic Four, brilliant. Daredevil, Thor, Fantastic Four Return. Oh, that one. Never seen a copy of that, but I would like to get a copy. But however, Flipper, Sea Hunt, just obviously Aquaman, Aquamania. The King of the Sea and the TV's Big Splash. Bawana Beast. Must admit, I've never read that one. Showcase. And so on and so on. Just example, you've got Teen Titans, you've got Spirit, you've got Plastic Man, goes in Batman and Plastic Man. This is just an absolutely brilliant book with tons and tons of examples of really the most obscure stuff. Now, of course, if you read Alter Ego as well as Back Issue and a few other ones of Tomorrow's, you probably, some of this material is probably quite familiar in terms of some of these magazines, because they often talk about some of these obscure subjects. You know, sort of, they might have a whole issue about sort of what's on the back of a Kellogg's cornflake packet or something. You know, and you see all the variety of different superheroes that are just really great. I love picking up those because they just, you think, wow. Anyway, Herbie. I love Herbie. Herbie, brilliant. Of course, there was the archive editions. I would love to see them come out again. But sadly, I got rid of my copies. They were very good stories. I must admit, they were classic stories. In Fear of Five, I love that one as well. I always loved the black and white across the back. I don't know why, there was something special about that. Quite a lot of my DC comics, that period, I love those black and white. Just great, checkerboard, whatever you want to call it. Super light. And also it's got lots of things here with all the TV programmes. Some I'm not familiar with, I must admit. Certain characters, I have no idea who they are. They didn't turn up always on the UK TV, so it's got Batman and Robin. Of course, you've got Not Brand Ek. Love Not Brand Ek. I've got the archive. Marvel Masterworks one for that one. Just brilliant. I don't know if they're omnibus edition. There was certainly a complete collection. Really worth checking out. Abbott and Costello. Got great. That's from Charlton Comics. It's got everything. Charlton Comics in here as well. Also, you've got ACG, of course. You've got Magic Agent there. You've got Gold Key, Jet Dream. Must admit, not one I've ever read. The Adventures of Pussycat. Likewise, I have never read that. So, Man from U.N.C.L.E., Lost in Space. No, I must say it was quite fascinating because it's got all about, obviously, Voyage to the Bottom Sea, Lost in Space. I didn't realise the sort of the disconnect with that series. But I've only read a few of those stories. They weren't readily available, particularly here, which is, I never saw them anyway. Maybe they were, maybe they might be in seaside towns or something, but they never seem to turn up. So also lots of things, got Superman, of course, here, lots of great little articles. And again, this has got cartoons, Coolest Camp Age Crime Crushers. You've got all various ones. Some I'm familiar with, some I'm not. Cool McCool. Not so familiar with that one, I must admit. I've heard of it, of course, but Courageous Cat and the Minute Mouse. Again, not one I'm. Super Chicken. Not familiar with some of these. Maybe some appeared on like we got BBC and also ITV channels back in the 60s, 70s. Maybe they were appearing on those. Don't know. Frankenstein Jr. and so on. Obviously, many were like Gold Key Comics. America's Best TV Comics. So you've got Fantastic Four, King Kong, George of the Jungle, and so on. Scooter. I love that picture of John Lennon there. Really? Could be anyone. That doesn't look like John Lennon to me. Anyway, each their own, I suppose. However, that's the book. I think this is absolutely superb. I love all of their books, generally. Not all. Some I've had and I've thought not so great. And some I've sort of passed over and then probably regretted thinking, oh, I wish I bought that one. And I bought quite a few. Didn't get that one. Monster Mash. I should have got that, but now, of course, I think it's out of print. So it's a bit tricky. I've got the Groovy one. Have had that. Crandall got that one. I love that one. And so on. Kirby 100. And of course, back issue, Alter Ego magazine, Draw, and also the Jack Kirby Collector. Absolutely brilliant. We've even got lyrics there as well. And obviously they're back there. This is just an absolute joy to read from start to finish. Lots of information that you probably never wanted to know, but still, wow. I mean, it's really nice to have these sort of books. And long may they continue. They're bringing out a war one that I hope will turn up soon. Still hasn't seemed to come available in the UK for some weird reason. Might be one of those books that I end up just getting the digital version if it doesn't ever appear. So it does seem to happen quite a lot of late. Okay, that's life. The way the world goes. So Hero A Go-Go, and brilliant book by Michael Eury. Totally recommended.